Hello, fellow walkers. Today, we're taking a different detour. We're not going to our interminable path, that secret place. We're going somewhere else, but it still has a bench for you. So we can go here and sit back and enjoy and watch the scenery here while I give you the new topic. This is a topic that I don't think too many people talk about, if at all, and that is discipline versus motivation. We live in a society that has taught us to seek the pleasant and to avoid the unpleasant. And if we do that, then we're going to need motivation to do what's unpleasant. And my thinking of motivation is that it's a manipulation and it's something for rats, not for human beings. So what needs to happen then? Well, you change the pleasant and unpleasant to worthiness and unworthiness. Is it worthy? You do it. Is it unworthy? You don't do it. So for example, you do a job that's very hard, not necessarily pleasant, but it's worthy because you're putting your children through school, or you're putting yourself through school, or you're just working at this place until you find something better. It's worthy. So then what do you need instead of motivation? Well, you need discipline. And what is discipline? The terrain of discipline is immutable action toward a worthy goal. Immutable, unchangeable. And that has to be done not with motivation, not with getting a reward after you finish. It's done because it's worthy. And once you make that decision, nobody can change it. Or working out, for example. You go to a workout and you don't particularly like working out, but you know it's worthy because it's good for you. It's good for your health and so forth. So then you make it worthy. And if you make it worthy, then it becomes a discipline. And the discipline is, once you make a decision, the word no becomes magical. Get up in the morning and you say, oh, I don't think I want to go to work today. I don't think I ought to work out. No. Oh, I don't. No. The word no becomes very powerful. And you move. If you say no and you don't move, it doesn't work. You say no and you move toward the goal. The immutable action. The immutable action toward a worthy goal. So if you begin to look at things based on worthiness versus unworthiness, rather than pleasant and unpleasant, what's going to happen is you're going to look at the quality of your life. And your worthiness is going to go up because unworthy people don't do worthy things. So it's an indirect way of building your worthiness. It's a way of validating self, of giving you self-significance. So it has to be practiced. But get away from motivation. It doesn't work. It's a pseudoscience. It's only for rats, and even rats don't like it, by the way. So you learn discipline by first looking at the value of what you're doing, the outcome. Is it worthy? Not pleasant, but is it worthy? So if it's worthy, you do it with discipline, not with motivation. Forget motivation. And once you finish, you don't reward yourself and you say, oh, how wonderful I did it. No. You don't do that. Just say, I did it. I'm worthy. And the cost was worthy. That's how you do it. You cultivate worthiness with discipline, not with motivation. Get motivation out of your vocabulary. And if you have motivational books, throw them away. It's a little harsh, but that's what I did. Anyway, be aware that what is worthy may not be pleasant. And what be pleasant may not be worthy. You may be having a job you may have a job that's very, very pleasant, but you have to compromise your principles and you have to do things that you normally would not do. That's an unworthy job. So what you do is you look for worthiness rather than pleasantness or unpleasantness. And discipline and worthiness will move you in a direction that's going to allow you to see the power that you have, the courage that you have. And courage, by the way, is not about being valiant and the opposite of cowardice. Courage is really the value that you give to things. If something is valuable enough, You risk your life for it. If it's not valuable, you don't do it. So it doesn't mean you're a coward. It means that it's not valued. So meaning and value are very important in this process of learning biocognition. So for more information, just go to my website, biocognitive.com, and there's a lot more. Or as you're seeing this in YouTube, over 200 videos free. Nothing about motivation. The hell with motivation. Inspiration through discipline and worthiness. Enjoy. And now I go back to my walk. Oh, also, by the way, once you make it worthy and you do it with discipline, you begin to see the value of the things that you didn't like to do. You begin to see the value, and then the inspiration allows you to see the value of the thing in itself, not the reward that it has. So, enjoy.